Hi everyone, my name is Shauna in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. Today's video will be my Rose City Comic Con 2019 haul. And I'm sorry if this video is going up really late. I have to finish editing my LeakyCon videos and upload those before I can get around to this one. So I went all 3 days to Rose City Comic Con. I've been going to Rose City Comic Con since 2015, I believe. Yeah, 2015. I tried to refrain myself from buying a lot of things, even though there was a lot of things I wanted to buy there, so I am going to separate this into free stuff first, then stuff I bought, then celebrity photos. So let's get into this. The first free thing that I got was the Upshot Action Adventure Series preview, and I thought they were all the same, but my brother's friend got one that had different stuff inside of it than me. I haven't flipped through this yet or read it yet, but yeah, I got this. I don't know anything about this. I think these are the series or comics that are in this. Yeah. Oh my god. Stop. Stop. I'm so sorry about whatever noises you're hearing. My cat is going insane right now. The next free thing I got this from the Washington County Library booth. The Washington County Library system is the one that I use, but I don't use the library that often except for like summer reading and events. But they had this wheel where you gotta spin it and get something free. My brother wanted a bag to carry some of his stuff in, so I was hoping to get that, but I spun the wheel and I got a rubber duck. So I chose while reading a book because I love reading books, as most of you probably know already. I even have a gigantic stack of books right there from books that I am going to be reading really soon. This next free thing that I got is a drawstring backpack, and it is from State Farm. It would have been nice if I had gotten this the first day, the Friday of Rose City, because then my brother could have used this like he wanted to, but it's okay. I like the design. I had to sign up using my email and phone number in order to get this and to do the other free thing that was there, but I don't pick up my phone unless it's family members that are calling me, and I don't really respond to emails, so not gonna be picking up when they call me. They told me an agent would call me. Not gonna be picking up because I hate phone calls and emails. And the main reason why I gave my information is because I wanted this drawstring backpack, but there was another free thing. This other free thing is the main reason why you had to give your information. It was a, you take your picture and it gets put onto a fake comic cover, and it's sort of like a little cute edit, and there was a bunch of different options for different backgrounds and stuff that you can choose, and I chose fantasy just because fantasy is my favorite genre, I'd say. So yeah, I got this one, which is Lord of Dragons Shauna, and as you can see, my face is right there. I think this is supposed to be like Daenerys, I hope I'm saying her name right, from Game of Thrones. I've only seen like 2 episodes of Game of Thrones, but yeah, I don't really care about this that much. I just wanted the drawstring backpack. I should have shown this first, but that's okay. This is the program guide for this year's Rose City Comic Con. I couldn't actually find this until right as I was leaving on the last day, so I didn't have a map and I didn't have a program schedule, and it was weird. There was actually one panel that I went to, is Jason Isaac's panel. When I looked on the app, it showed a time on there, so I went to the panel, and the panel was almost done by the time I got there, but apparently the program guide was up to date on that panel, but the app wasn't. But normally they always say check the app for the updated panel schedule times, because normally you can't edit a program guide in the middle of a convention, but you can edit the app. So I don't know what was happening, and I didn't get to see most of Jason Isaac's panel because I didn't have one of these. That's okay, because I saw his panel at Emerald City Comic Con, and at least I saw a little bit of his panel this time. And then there is an amazing cosplayer named Ian Brutland. I hope I'm saying his last name right, and we follow each other on Instagram. He's really kind. He cosplays a lot of fantastic characters, and when he cosplays Gilderoy, he actually gives away signed prints of him as Gilderoy, and he gives away a Defense Against the Dark Arts 2nd year essential knowledge test. And this is really fun, and he is really good about staying in character, and I love it. If you aren't following him, I'll link his Instagram down below in the description, so go ahead and follow him. I believe his Instagram is Brotland_magic something. I forget off the top of my head. I need to fix this lighting. I don't know if that's better or not. I got this University of Oregon pin, which has the pride flag, and I'm a big advocate for that community, and yeah, I just wanted it. My family is a big supporter of the University of Oregon. That was where I originally intended to go to school, but because of a disability I have, like a mental health issue, I can't go to U of O, but I am looking at going to maybe George Fox or PSU in the future, but I don't know yet. But yeah, got that. I'm still in the section of free stuff, just so that you know. I got this tote bag from the Portland CW booth. It's not like the biggest tote bag that I've seen, but it is a decent size. Bam! I love the CW because it has a lot of my favorite shows on it, especially Riverdale, Supernatural, and Flash, even though Supernatural's ending and I'm really sad about that. The last two free things I got are both posters that I got at the Portland CW booth, so the same booth where I got this. And the Portland CW booth wasn't in the marketplace, in case you're wondering. It was outside. I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't at the main entrance where people were entering, but it was sort of near the entrance where we entered last year, if that makes any sense. And these posters did get crumpled, but that's okay. I got an Arrow poster because I like Arrow. Well, I sort of like Arrow. I have seen like the first 2 or 3 seasons and I do want to get caught up on it. I love the characters, but I just got bored of it. And I feel bad saying that, and I'm gonna get caught up at some point, but for right now I've stopped watching it for a little bit. But it is one of my goals for this year and next year to finish this show, especially since it is ending now. The next poster is a little less crumpled, and as I said, Riverdale is one of my favorite CW shows, so I got the Riverdale poster. And they initially didn't have the Riverdale poster out, so I only got the Arrow poster at first, but then they put out the Riverdale poster and I was like, yes, yes. But I was still waiting for them to put out a Supernatural poster, and they didn't put one out when I was there, so that was sad. And I did take some pictures in front of the posters, the CW posters, so I'll include some pictures that I took at the event at the end of this video. I took a picture in front of all the CW superheroes, and I took a picture with the poster that had Veronica Lodge on it from Riverdale. Now on to the things that I paid for that aren't celebrity photo ops. The first thing that I paid for was an iron-on patch of the asexual flag. They actually told me to put it on something using a needle and thread, which I'm okay with that. I do know how to sew, not great, but I do know how to sew. And this was from Lavender Creations, so I will link them down in the description below. It looks like they have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and a website. So I will link them down below so you can go check them out if you want one of these, or if you want to just check out what other things they have there. The next thing I bought was a book. I'm technically on a book buying ban, but I ran into someone I knew there, so I decided to pick up one of her books, and I got Can I Pet Your Werewolf? I don't know much about this book, besides the fact that someone I know wrote this book. Well, I think there's like short stories in here that are graphic novels, and she wrote one of them and not all of them, but yeah. If you want to check this book out, I will link its Goodreads down in the description below. The next thing I got is actually one that matches a different print I got in the past, and I got this print from Pesque Effects, the art of Jerry Pesque. I will link his information down in the description below as well. And he makes these sort of like neon colored artwork, and he has like flat paper ones, and he also has metal prints. I don't know how to hang up metal prints, so I always get the paper ones. I got the Goblet of Fire one at Wizard World Portland a couple years ago, and this time I got the Chamber of Secrets one, and I got it because Jason Isaacs was there. And this one is called Let Us Hope That Mr. Potter Will Always Be Around to Save the Day. I like these because it's sort of a different design than other Harry Potter artwork I've seen, and also I can't get it to show up right now, but there are little things that are harder to see, like little spiders walking around the edges. Yeah, I really like it. Oh, I forgot to do prices on the things I bought so far. So this was $15. This was somewhere between $2 and $10. I can't remember off the top of my head. I feel like it might have been $5, but I'm not 100% sure. So if you want to find out, look on their website. And this book was $20, I believe. It might have been $18, but I think it was $20. The next thing I got is a sticker. I do think I know the price on this. I do believe it is $2. And if you don't like cuss words, or if you are a child, double tap twice on the right side of the screen so you can skip past me saying this bad word. But the sticker says Kylo Ren is a punk bitch. And that sticker was made by the Sartorial Geek, and I will link their information down in the description below. I also have this, and there was someone manning the booth, and I think this was the card for the girl manning the booth. Her name was Jordan, and I will link her information down in the description below as well. Okay, so it's later, and I forgot that I got this, but I got this. It is the official Rose City Comic Con Harry Potter shirt for this year, and it's Harry Potter related because LeakyCon was partnering with Rose City Comic Con for this Rose City Comic Con, so yeah, that's the design of the shirt. It was $25. The last thing that I got, I sort of bought it, sort of didn't buy it. It's complicated. There are some things at Comic-Cons, and just in life at general, which is they say you get a free thing, a free gift or something like that if you give a donation. And so I did that, so it's sort of like I bought it, but my money didn't go to someone just to make money, it went to a good cause. Before I show you what it is, the cause went to Change for Love. And Bart Hawkins is the president, and I will link all of the information down in the description below, and they are a non-profit. The back of the card said, "Our mission is to inspire and teach people with special needs how to unleash their own superpowers through the arts, and to inspire all we come in contact with to be a superhero and change the world with love. We do this by donating tens of thousands of inspirational pieces of art and providing a message of love, hope, and inspiration to all we encounter." So it sounds like this organization is teaching people with a disability how to paint and make artwork. He did mention that they work with a lot of kids with Down syndrome, and they teach them how to make artwork, and then it sounds like the artwork goes to like hospitals like OHSU, to kids in the hospitals. And yeah, so it was $20 for print and $5 if you wanted a hard plastic protector on it. And when I thought through, I was like, great, I want the hard plastic protector so that when I'm walking around the convention it doesn't get bent or anything. But now that I think about it, I don't know. I wanted to give them more money because I wanted to support their cause, but at the same time, if I had gotten just the normal plastic and not the hard plastic, it would have been so much easier to hang it up on my walls. And the one that I got is this one, and yeah, it's Harry and Voldemort, and this is Deathly Hallows. And I really like it. It is fantastic. Now onto my celebrity photos and autographs. I will be saying the price if I can remember the price off the top of my head, but if I can't remember it, I won't be saying it. And as you will see, I do have these in picture frames. It is because I didn't feel like buying a ton more of the plastic protector sleeves while I was there, so each night I got home, I took them out of the plastic protector sleeves, tossed them into a frame for safekeeping, and then I use the protective sleeves for the next day. So a little life hack for you if you don't want to spend like $5 or $10 for every photo, because I have, let's see, I have 5 photos right here in my frames. That would have been, I think they're like $10, maybe they're $5. That would have been somewhere between $25 and $50 just on the protector sleeves, and I didn't want to do that. I also reuse my protector sleeves from other conventions, so if you go to conventions a lot, save your protector sleeves, put them into frames so you can reuse the protector sleeves. And these frames are from Dollar Tree, so these were only $5 for all these frames. The photo ops were a little out of hand this year, and it was chaos, and I was placed next to a rude person a lot. It's just, you can't use your disability to be rude to other people, and I have a disability myself. I have POTS, so I have to wear these. I was in a wheelchair for part of the weekend. I could barely stand. I felt like I was gonna vomit every 2 seconds, but you don't see me walking around being rude to other people. And this person also had a kid with her, and the kid was out of control, and the kid was being rude to other people, like blowing in people's faces and like lifting his shirt up and flashing everyone. It's like, if you can't control your kid, don't take your kid to Comic-Con. People are going there to enjoy themselves, and if you're going there and you can't control everything and you're just gonna bring down other people and ruin their experience, then don't go. And I'm saying that in all seriousness. Like, I know that's harsh, but I was really looking forward to this weekend, and it was disappointing to have someone take away from my joy a little bit. The first photo I got was with Christopher Eccleston, the 9th Doctor. I believe this one was about $100, and I do get digital prints of them, so that's an additional $10, so it was about $110 in total. I'm cosplaying the 10th Doctor in this photo. I will be including my digital copies at the end of this video so you can see them better. But yeah, he was really kind, and I felt bad for him because I think he was having tons and tons of people. I think he was taking photos for like an hour straight, and I feel like that would have been really intense. And then in this next photo, I'm cosplaying the 10th Doctor as well. I believe this photo was about $50 or $60 plus the $10 digital copy. And this was with Billie Piper, so Rose Tyler from Doctor Who. This photo is insanely awkward, and it looks like an awkward prom photo, but I still love it because I met Billie Piper, and it was awkward meeting her because I went to hug her, and I asked her if I could hug her for the photo, and she was like, sure, but I went to hug her, and I put my arm up because I'm taller than her, so I was like, oh, I'll just have my arms higher, and then she pulled my arm down and I was like, that's a little awkward, but it's okay. The next photo that I got is one with two people that I've met in the past, and I have gotten a photo with each of them in the past. But I have never had a photo with one of them by myself, and I have never had a photo with both of them, if that makes any sense. So these people are Matthew Lewis and Jason Isaacs, and I'm cosplaying Herbology Hermione here. And I got Matthew Lewis to hold the mandrake because he passed out in the herbology lesson, Neville did. Yeah, I really like how it turned out. I didn't know Matthew had a beard until I showed up and saw him at the photo op, and I was like, whoa, he has a beard, that's crazy. And they were really nice. As I said, I have met them in the past, and they were both extremely nice in the past, so yeah. I love this photo. I don't know how much this photo was off the top of my head. I believe it was like $60 or $70 for a photo alone with Matthew, and I'm not sure how much it was with Jason. Wow, this lighting is really bad. I'm sorry. The thing about winter month, my area is that there isn't much sun, so I have a hard time finding good lighting. The next photo I got, I believe it was like $50 or $60, and it was with Will Wheaton. You weren't allowed to touch Will Wheaton because I think he had anxiety, but I sort of get that. I have really bad anxiety myself, and I was having a hard time being at Comic-Con just because with POTS, when my symptoms got bad, my anxiety spiked, so I was struggling a lot, and I struggled a lot at Comic-Cons and leaving the house in general, so I sort of got that. I did catch a little bit of Will Wheaton's panel, but only a little bit because I had to go to an autograph during his panel time. But here's the photo. In case you can't tell, I was cosplaying Amy Farrah Fowler, even though I look like someone who just came to Comic-Con after church. But I'm cosplaying Amy Farrah Fowler. The next thing that I got is an autograph, and I got the autograph on a photo that I got at LeakyCon a couple of years ago. No, 2018. So it was 2 LeakyCons ago, but 1 year ago. And I just got my photo with Dan Fogler signed. And I also got a selfie with Dan Fogler. I'm not sure how much the autograph was. I want to say it was like $50 or something like that. And then the selfie was $25, and my mom was in the selfie with me, so that was cool. She really likes Jacob, so I was like, if he allows for selfies, then we're gonna get a selfie, and we're both gonna be in the selfie, and it's gonna be cool. One last thing that I almost forgot is the badge for this year. I had the weekend badge, so it was Hellboy, but Emerald City had a Hellboy badge this past year, so yeah. It's not a new design for me. LeakyCon has ribbons, in case you don't know, at their convention, so since LeakyCon was at Rose City Comic Con this time around, they brought ribbons that you could get if you sign up for the newsletter. So I got a Hufflepuff one, and it just says Hufflepuff, Patience, Justice, Loyalty. In case you're like interested in LeakyCon now that you've seen LeakyCon's part at Rose City Comic Con, if you went, something you can do if you do end up going to LeakyCon is make these ribbons, and then people collect them and trade with each other, and then they just basically get really long off your lanyard. That's a fun thing to do. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to me if you haven't already. I hope you are having a fantastic week so far. And yeah, as I mentioned, I do have some LeakyCon videos up, so if you want to hear about my time at LeakyCon this past year, then feel free to look in the description below, and I'll link all my LeakyCon videos. Also, I have done Rose City Comic Con hauls in the past, so if you want to see those, feel free to look down below in the description. I will see everyone in a future video. Bye!